The other day I was watching a channel called Al Prophet. And the Al Prophet YouTube channel is owned by a guy. He's white. He's living in Detroit. And he's kind of like a gang historian, documentarian, if you could say that, especially in Detroit. And he does, you know, these people all around the world, most notably black, African American drug lords, gangsters, and stuff like that. And he gives some really good interviews with some pretty high profile people who used to be in the life. And what I'm noticing is that the people, when you ask them where they come from, some of these guys are upper class people. They grew up, both parents in the home. They grew up excelling in academics. One guy went to Morehouse, graduated. And they somehow leave this lifestyle and get into the underworld for whatever reason. And it happens in all communities, but it happens in the black community more often than not. And what I started to notice, and I talked about this too, you see a lot of middle class blacks now getting into a life of crime. People who don't actually have to sell drugs for necessity, but they're doing it. Coming from these great homes. And I wonder why that could be. I got a pretty good idea about that. One of the reasons that I think it is, blacks who are coming from upper middle class to elite families, let's face it, man, it's not cool to be black and wealthy. Legitimately, a lot of times. It's not cool to be black and smart. Because a lot of people in the black community don't want to really consider you black unless you have a struggle story. Shout out to Andre Hatchett. Unless you grew up on the block selling dope. Unless you grew up on the block doing this and that. You can't just be, I'm an academic. I got a degree in engineering. I got a master's in engineering. I got an MBA. I got a Juris Doctorate. No. That's not enough for black people. We have to go out of our way to call them names a lot of times because they don't talk with the hood diction. They don't talk with the stereotypical black sound. They like different things. We judge these people. But then when those people get tired of being judged and they can't take it and they want to fit in with the in crowd and then they mess their stuff up with the life of crime, now you want to call them a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Now you want to call them this and that. Man, I can't believe he had everything going. Now he got a felony. So, my question is this. When are you going to start or stop judging blacks who grew up in a good family? Yeah, I'm going to use this example. Happens even with Africans coming in America. They family worked hard to get them out of Nigeria, worked hard to get them out of Ghana, worked hard to get them out of Ivory Coast. And then when they go back to visit, their people are saying, oh, you're not from here. You're not one of us. You're a Muzungu. You're a white person. It happens to me. People call me a black Muzungu when I go to Uganda sometimes. You're not really from here. You black, but, you don't sound like us. You don't talk like us. And I mean, and now here we are blaming success. Their parents worked hard to get them out of Africa and they wanted a better life in America. And all of a sudden now you're going to talk about them for that? I mean, if you were, Nigerian, you're African, and more or less, if you were African American and your parents came from the inner city ghetto and they got away from those places and now they moved to a place and gave their kids a better life, now you're going to talk about their kids? So now you want to make fun of them? Oh, you're not really black. You live over there with them. You not really black. You sound like a white boy. So what you want them to do? Come back there to the hood where you live and become a Pookie and Ray Ray and sell dope? Because that's what's happening. You got a lot of people with college degrees coming back in the hood trying to play it too tough because they cousin getting involved and they family involved, getting involved with the business, ruining their life behind some nigga stuff. All because you judging them because they grew up in a good neighborhood. Let me tell you this, man. We need to really start being happy for blacks. Okay, this is a start. I know that a lot of y'all in love with a damn struggle story, a dysfunctional struggle story. It's too boring for a brother to come up in a nice neighborhood, go to college, get educated, have his business, and not have to get pulled over by the police, not get shot 9 times. And yeah, I know that's you guys don't understand that. I know. You niggas is looking for a struggle story. I understand. Okay? In order to be black to some of y'all, you need to overcome attempted murder charges and you smuggling collard greens state to state and all of this. For some of y'all, this is what being black is to you. Being black is not about just, my parents went to Harvard and my parents went to Dartmouth and now I'm going to Columbia and I graduated and I'm a plastic surgeon. That's not black enough. That's too white. So then you want to sit around and talk trash about those people. Knowing damn well if you could, you would get your kids out of that. You would. And we got to stop judging, especially black men. Hey, man, we got to stop judging brothers, man, that came up with both their parents. I mean, man, he had a dad and a mom. I mean, I'm not saying that we say this, but look how dumb you would look. He got him, man, look at him over there with his mom and dad, and they love him. Man, he a sucker. He ain't no real nigga. He ain't real. He got a difference of political opinion. He ain't real. Okay, so in order for him to be real, he got to think like you, apologize for his success because your ass is still a bum, you still dusty, ain't doing a damn thing with your life. So this person's supposed to basically stop what the hell they doing for you, Musty, for you, Dusty, for you, Rusty and Crusty. Shout out to Obsidian. This is what he's supposed to do? What happened to, hey, brother, I'm glad you're doing this. I'm glad you're in a situation. Man, that's great. We ought to support you because you made it out. And if anything, we would like for you, are there opportunities you can bring back to this neighborhood? Is there anything we can do to support you to come back and do things? Make it an incentive for you? Nah, man. The only time you want to talk to a nigga that's smart is to do something for you. Like BGS said one time, people want smart people when they want something. Man, come fix my computer. My motherboard broke. Man, can you hook up my TV system? Can you do my taxes? This is the only time you want to talk to somebody smart. Otherwise, yeah, but you still ain't black though. You ain't nothing real. And that's why you have so much division, and then you want to know why these people that got, resources and brains, why they moving everywhere except by your ass. Nigga, nobody ain't gonna go to college and get educated to be dealing with you. I'm not talking like that. And that's exactly what happened to Nigeria and Africa. A lot of they people, when they folks go over to America and start making it and they kids want to get involved, their kids get so much pressure. That's why you notice, man, a lot of the back to Africa movements is coming from this youthful generation that grew up in the West. They went and got educated. They visited. Now they want to go back to Sierra Leone. They want to go back to Africa. But they people was talking shit about them. Man, you ain't really from here. You a white person. Like, man, you ain't really from the soil. You ain't real Ugandan. You ain't real Tanzania. Look how you sound. You sound like one of them. You ain't one of us. You a Mzungu. So then they go back to their place, their home country. They going through the same things I'm going through if I'm going over there. They got more in common with me than with their own folks. Same thing in London. Shout out to Falcon Black. He from London. He go back to Nigeria. He gonna be kicking with me more than them. They ain't gonna look at him as the same people. Then you ain't from here. You just look. You might be one of us genetically, but and that's that dumb shit. That's stupid. That's why niggas can't get nowhere. So if you want to be involved in that dusty ass thinking, then by all means, keep that up, okay? Because I can tell you right now, that train is going nowhere damn near fast. We need to keep our smart, intelligent black people as far away from drugs as we can, far away from crime as we can. Keep them doing what they do, and let them know that you ain't supposed to do that. It used to happen like that back in the day. Pookie and Ray Ray would tell you, man, you're not going to be out here selling drugs with us. Nigga, you a smart guy. Go to school. Go get your education. Stay in school, bro. This not for you. We need to keep our blacks doing those things instead of talking shit about them because their family is smart enough to make it. That's ridiculous. Anyways, shout out to George. We was talking about this. He gave me an idea for the topic. Check him out at George Macon 2. I'll put his link in the first comment. And as you know, the buffoonery of you Negroes remain at an all-time high. I'm out.